Hello. You probably notice I'm looking slimmer all the time. I'll be skipping in a second, wait for the sun to dim slightly and for the heat to reduce, and then I'm going to do some more skipping. I can already see that I'm losing a lot of weight off my face, and I've also lost weight as well. So all these black thugs, calling me fat and all that, they'll have to now call me a nigger. It's interesting. Not one white male has called me a nigger. Not one white male, but black men call me a nigger. It shows a black and black crime, black and black violence, black and black hate. They got no fathers, so black men hate black men. I'm surprised that 80% of black male homosexuals are dating each other, because the level of black and black hate is so bad. I just don't understand how they end up having sex with each other. It's no wonder they're moaning about racism in the LGBT world, because black men want to screw white men. Black men hate black men. Anyway, back to my subject. There's a drug that they claim can decrease racial anxiety. It can decrease racism. And what's interesting is that while you think they argue beta blocker drug reduce subconscious racism, this is what the Oxford University study has found. The researchers found that people who took propanol, scored significantly lower on a standard test used to detect subconscious racial attitudes than those who took placebo. So what they actually did, they use these drugs and they use a placebo, meaning sugar pill, there's nothing in it, and they measure the racial response. They showed pictures of black people, etc. Those who took the drugs responded favorably and positively towards black people. Notice the racial study was for black people, not Chinese, not Japanese, not Italians, not English versus Scottish or Scottish versus Welsh. It was all black people. Which is why in my video I argue the only phobia, clinical phobia, that exists is hate towards black people. Whenever these studies are done, it's always black people. Chinese, thumbs up. Japanese, thumbs up. Spanish, thumbs up. Mexican, thumbs up. Always black people. There's some kind of deep racist this nonsense going on. However, in this study, it demonstrates that this drug eliminated this anxiety. Now wait for the shock. You think to yourself, yes, we can promote racial peace, we can promote racial harmony. Prepared for the shock. Now they're considering the ethical implication. They don't mind experimenting with a man's anal and turning it into a vagina. They don't mind that. They don't mind cutting open a child and changing sex genders. They don't mind that. They don't consider the ethical implications. They don't mind all these barbaric, twisted scientific experiments, turning men into women, women into men. They don't mind that. But it's interesting, racial peace and racial harmony, they have to consider the ethical implication. Think about that for a moment. What they're arguing is that the propanol is most often used to reduce high blood pressure by lowering the heart rate, meaning the same way if somebody is scared of spiders, it's the same anxiety that people have towards black people, the same anxiety. It's psychological, it's subconscious, which is fed by media, misinformation, magazines, newspapers, books, and films. So when they see these things, their subconscious mind is fed with falsification of information, and therefore they see black people you know. So what happens is the blood pressure goes high. I've seen it. If I'm going shopping and I'm not really dressed up, and and I'm walking my big self, they're like, that's high blood pressure. But if they was to take this Propanol tablets, then they'll be smiling. Interesting, very interesting. The implication also is that the reason why they claim there's an ethical, there's an ethical and why they can't do that, they don't mind that. It's because if black people and white people were to unite, the government will not have the power that they do. The government functions on conquering and dividing. Right? The government can only control the masses by creating racial division. The government will never be able to be so corrupt. They will never be able to fool the masses if the blacks and the whites were to unite as strength. They don't mind promoting the LGBT because that breaks down family values. They don't mind promoting lesbianism. They don't mind promoting children changing their sexual identity. That they don't mind, because it means you break down the structure of society. You break it down that people don't know where they're coming or going. That the government don't mind doing. The government are highly intelligent. They know how to engineer socio and political and biological chaos. They know how to do that. But by promoting racial harmony and racial peace, by implementing medication, it means it's a conflict of interest. The government would not have power over the masses, and they can't afford to lose that. No wonder they says there's ethical implication. Meaning, do we really want to promote peace and harmony between blacks and white people? No. So that pill, sadly, will remain underneath the carpet. Sadly, it's a shame. I was looking forward, to finding a good white woman and be able to hold her hands on the street without getting evil looks. I was looking forward to hold the hand of a beautiful blonde with a nice tight back size and full breast, and be able to walk and swing wee like a fairy tale. But sadly, in this century, it's not going to happen. There is no reason why the government would want to promote world peace. So sadly, I'll have to just stay on my own. Like, sadly, I have to stay on my own, because black people, we're too screwed up. Black people hate each other too much to want to date and give me love. Black people, they don't want to give me love. So I might as well stay single. I thought to myself there was hope. And I can find myself a nice, gorgeous white woman and be able to, swing like a fairy tale, like Romeo and Juliet, the unforbidden love. But it's not going to happen. Why? There is no will or desire from the government to forward this science. Everybody else, the science is on their side, but when it comes to black people, they don't want to push this pill. They should try this pill on the KKK, the British National Party, and the EDL and the National Front. They should be forcing these pills onto them, but they're not going to do it because the government functions on racism. That's what the government want, conquering and dividing. I will send that link to you. Be prepared to be shocked. I'm going to go and skip now and burn some energy off. Every time you see me, I'll be losing weight. I'll be cut up. I'll be toned. I'll be tight. I'll be muscular. Just to prove to you black thugs. Something. I can change my body. You know, I can change my body, but you can't change your mind, your attitude. You're ugly inside and you're ugly on the outside. So you black thugs, you'll be calling me a nigger because you can't call me fat anymore.